Hello all. Another blistering hot day here in San Francisco. What I wanted to talk today about was an update on World War III. What's been happening, what's going on, how close are we? Not too far away, are we? Okay, on October of 2014, the US dropped 28 pallet loads of weapons into the hands of ISIS. They were trying to say that they were giving a bunch of weapons to the Kurds, but that ISIS ended up getting it, and the Pentagon did admit that. That was a year ago. Here we are on October 15th. 50 tons of weapons, this time 112 pallet loads, were dropped by a C-17S, what the fuck ever that is. I don't know if that's a helicopters or airplanes or whatever that. And the new name now for the people that they're dropping these weapons into Syria are the Syrian Arab Coalition. Oh, how we love to rename ISIS or Al-Qaeda or ISIL. Now it's the SAC. That's the Syrian Arab Coalition. So that's who we're dropping these weapons to in Syria. Of course, the Pentagon says that everything went well and they got their weaponry. Gosh, we just got to continue to feed that war in the Middle East, don't we? But let's look at one. Let's look at one other thing. The U.S. had no idea where the ISIL or Al-Qaeda or the Syrian Arab Coalition got these pickup trucks. It turned out that these Toyota pickup trucks did come from the U.S. state of Texas. They were for the special forces and diverted over to ISIL from Texas in the U.S. So Texas is literally supplying the terrorist state. There's the ones that complained the most about the buildings coming down are now supporting the same group. Okay. One other thing I wanted to talk to you about was our coalition, Saudi Arabia. They're one of our allies. Well, they're about to hold a crucifixion of a protester who was protesting in Saudi Arabia, was arrested, and now they want to crucify him. And the mother of the protester is begging Osama bin Laden, Obama, to save him. Ma'am, I hate to tell you, but Obama isn't about to save anybody. He's into all this. Here's why I say that. A new war. Yep, there's another new war that the U.S. has now started. We have now dropped 300 military personnel into Cameroon, Africa, to confront Boko Haram, another ISIS group that we need to fight, according to the administration of the Obamas. Now, of course, the U.S. can easily afford to start a new war. After all, the national debt is only $18,406 billion. The total national debt is $65,438 billion, on and on and on. That's a total of $803,000 per taxpayer in the U.S. to pay for, and we're going to start another war on top of the U.S.-Russia war, the Syrian war, the Afghanistan war, and it turns out that Russia actually flew some missiles from the Caspian Sea, I guess it was, over top of Iraq, which is one of the U.S.'s countries that it owns, right over and into Syria. That was quite a bold move for old Putin. He really told the U.S. how it was and what was going to go on. Could you imagine if the U.S. flew some missiles over Russia? Oh man, this is really getting interesting, people. Enjoy your lives as much as possible. I'll discuss that in the next video. But so it's looking a little pathetic. The U.S. is still trying to get more and more weapons sold for the military-industrial complex, and we're willing to go to war with anybody to make sure these weapons get sold. Money has to be made. They have spoken. Of course, every single one of the Democrats and the Republicans here in the U.S. are for war, including the Bernie Sanders. He said he would support the war. He has voted to support the wars by funding them. It's looking pretty grim, I have to say. But at least some of us are still going without hearing the bombs drop yet. Soon enough, I can just feel that before long, there are going to be booms heard in the U.S. I can feel it. You know, Russia isn't going to put up with this much longer. Alright guys, well I appreciate all the comments from last time and the ups and the downs and the new subscribers. And hopefully there is a next time. We'll see you then.